My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Bazaar. It's time for Vanessa. Again. It will be Pygmalion time at some point, one imagines. We'll have to see. In the meantime, let's go to Vanessa's quarters and see what's up. I was so ready for it to offer me launch on again and just... Oh, I don't know if I have it in my soul to do it. Switchblade. When you use an adjacent weapon, give it +6 damage for the fight. A silver tier Switchblade is a really good way to scale some early weapons. Maybe a cutlass, maybe a katana. Either of those at bronze tier still scales really well with the Switchblade because they fire every 2.5 and every 2 seconds respectively. There's also Shark Claws, every 4 seconds deal 10 damage, and also your weapons deal +6 damage for the fight. Fishing Rod, every 8 seconds haste the aquatic item to the right for 3 seconds, and at the start of each day, gain a small aquatic item, and finally Coral. Every 4 seconds heal 10, and when you buy an aquatic item, this gains heal 6. Not really interested in Coral at all. I do think I'm going to go with the Switchblade and look for another weapon to incorporate into here. Oh? Sterling sells silver tier items. Give me a silver tier weapon. I mean... Shoeblade. Every 6 seconds, deal 20 damage with 30% crit chance, and Throwing Knives. Every 2 seconds, deal 10 damage. When you crit, charge this 1 second. I could win a lot of fights by just taking these two, and then just taking value options for a while. And it puts me on a direction to get a crit build, which I don't often build towards. Let's give it a go. If I'm going to go for a possible crit build, something that might be useful to me would be the Kyber Drone's Amulet for, there we are, 5% crit chance. Alright. Easy fight.
Was that even a battle?
We get Lanshan. When you win a fight with Lanshan, this gains 25 additional damage. It fires every 10 seconds, which is very slow, unfortunately. Middle sells medium items. I'm going to go for a small weapon. Medium items, like, only if I find Cutlass or... yeah, I'd sell Lanshan. Only if I find Cutlass or... Katana in the first store does it really pay off, and even then I'm starting to tend away from like a little bit of crit here. I could sub out of this at any time, but it's not nothing. And a battlefield small weapon just gives me the ability to field something additional. Oh, nice. Bayonet. When you use the weapon to the left of this, deal 5 damage. This is not used. Bayonet is not used. It is triggered, so it cannot get the benefit of Switchblade, unfortunately. It's probably best served just doing a bunch of damage initially. Colt sells items with ammo. I think I'm going to go for the toolbox utility. Oh, actually, I could go to the Monster Ranch and get silver tier Monster Ranch loot. But Cinders and Poison mean nothing to me right now. So I'd be really, really sad to hit those. Whereas there's a lot of small tools that will just go on my board. There's a lot of small tools that won't go on my board. Why am I only being specific in one instance and not another? I mean, I made my money back. And I've got scrap for as soon as I get an item that can use scrap.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Uh-huh. Get him with the crits. Get him with the crits from the Shoeblade. Crit him in the face with the Shoeblade. Get him. Nope. All right, we don't do enough damage to outpace Brick Buddy now. I don't believe I'm going to be able to keep them at a low enough health to win in the Sandstorm. No, their health eclipses mine now, and they're going to win this fight. Dang. Dang!
Defeat does not defeat me.
Rukon sells weapon skills, and I'm definitely going into weapons. 25 max health, definitely not that one. I do, though, have investment in picking up additional items. Maybe I should save my money for Pole, though? I'd especially be looking at picking up Crow's Nest for giving additional crit to all of my other weapons. That'd be nice. The Trebuchet would also be quite good. When you use a weapon, you charge the Trebuchet by a second. Alright, Rukon.
It is my joy to make you strong.
Your weapons deal 2 additional damage, your small weapons deal 3 additional damage, your rightmost weapon has 4 additional damage, or your medium weapons, of which I have none. I think I'm just going to go base strength. Give me 2 damage on all of my weapons. Because I want to replace some of these soon.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Oh gosh. Cinders for burn, extract for poison, scrap for shield, none of these useful yet. Get an item with ammo, possibly useful, and appraisal for 3 value added to an item. I'm going to take the item with ammo. Javelin. Every 5 seconds, deal 75 damage. When you haste, reload 1 ammo. I'd love to actually use the Javelin in the build. Is this the build, though?
Ryokon is proud.
Is this the build that does that? We could go deep sea fishing for an aquatic item, but I think I'm going to go to the strange mushroom and pick up 2 to 4 gold. I want to make sure that I'm always rolling on enough gold to be able to pick up what I need. Speaking of picking up what I need, the Tent City Mare giving augmented weaponry skill. That's whenever you sell. Hang on, I'm gonna clarify the text of this before I. Your weapons have +1 damage. When you sell a small item, this bonus increases by +1 damage. That'd be a really good way to like foster a wide build. They also have Dog, which would be a good pickup. Borea is definitely the best pickup here, but I don't think I have enough sustained damage to take out Borea. Borea has 550 health. I've got, just over 150 damage from my Javelin. The bayonet and throwing knives going off. I'm going to estimate that to be maximum 80 damage. Suddenly I'm down on no ammunition and these weapons aren't all firing and it's just Switchblade and Shoeblade. No, I lose that fight. Tent City Mare, though, I think I can win. Can I? I don't have much damage. I'm actually quite scared of Tent City Mare as well. Maybe I'm just blinded by the fact that I want the augmented weaponry so bad. It'd be dealing 20 damage to me every 6 seconds. It gets to do that 5 times before the cooldown. So it gets to take 100 health off of me. And they shield for 100 over that same period of time. So I ballpark that I've got 150, some combination of 80. This goes off 5 times. 280. I'm gonna ballpark that I have like 300 damage before the sandstorm. The enemy gains 100 shield before the sandstorm and has 400 max HP. I should win this fight in the sandstorm. Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in myself, and are these the best numbers I can put up on the board? Oy boy. Oh no, it's 21 damage! I didn't account for that! I'm gonna lose now! Alright, let's see how it goes. So here's where we start to peter out. We've only got our shoe blade and our switchblade going off. The two of them fire ooh, nice crit. Two of them fire commonly enough that the temporary shelter is being suppressed appropriately. We actually get him down before the sandstorm. So I actually did miscalc, so I'm sad about that. Yeah, I've given myself an out where I'm always capable of being sad. It's either because I counted wrong or because I lost. What do you mean I could take the inverse of that and be happy always? Shut up, heathen! Middle sells medium items. There's a jungle ruins and an armory for a specific weapon. Medium items? Again, it's cutlass, it's katana, it's silver tier javelin gets a diamond. Not a diamond, sorry, a gold. Those all sound quite appealing to me. The fact that I could go there and miss all three of those and get nothing terrifies me. I do like experience early, but I've been spurning it recently. Is there a specific reason for that? Maybe it's time for jungle ruins. You know what? Give me a weapon. Cannon. Every 4 seconds, deal 25 damage and burn 3. Not awful. Curio sells bronze tier junk items. Selling bronze tier junk items means that it's not going to have the ability to give us gunpowder to increase the ammo or something. I could get the bronze tier rocket boots. That'd be pretty good. That'd fully reload the javelin consistently, increasing the amount of damage I can put out on the board. I think I need more damage to actually get through any enemies, and I just can't get that in any of these 3 options. Alright, let's see what Curio has. Exoskeleton sells this for 2 damage to all of our weapons. That's pretty good. Claws fire every 4 seconds, dealing 10 damage and deals double crit damage. Feather for the cooldown reduction. Lifting gloves for 3 damage to all weapons. I mean, I've definitely got some of the best available options here for my build. Just hanging out, available in this store. Yeah, see, this is the kind of thing, right? I'd love to run a build where I can actually put the proboscis on the field and have, like, makeshift barricade and dock lines and start doing, like, the proboscis stuff. Can I afford to try and splash for proboscis right now, though? I definitely need to take Old Sword. I'm gonna start setting myself up for the possibility to probosc. I think it's important to have a direction to go. Especially because now when I sell the exoskeleton, proboscis gets the upgrade as well, so do lifting gloves give. And then I'm on 4, giving me the ability to pick up the makeshift barricade for an increase in slow time as well. Honestly, it does kind of feel like I should... honestly, that probably... No, but if I have no slow trigger... Yeah, I don't... That's 1 slow trigger every 6 seconds. No. But I do think I'm going to give it the Old Sword. I do think I'm going to invest in the possibility of using the proboscis in the future. Heck, I'm going to give it the Sharpening Stone. Let's do it. Let's go, buddy. You and I against the world. That's a lot of overinvestment in something that I have no real certainty is going to stay in the build, but it's fun. It obviously doesn't go in the build right now. That's definite. Grim Ganano. Fight me, coward.
fight isn't with you. But if you insist, go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Oh, I want that. I want that. They give me that. That's what I wanted. How dare you have that when I want that? And you have it?
I paint my ship red, but I don't.
Trebuchet. When you use a weapon or haste, charge it a second. It would be a very good compliment to my board.
Less blunder, more plunder.
Middle, stop turning up and selling medium items. I need... not that. I need large items. I need Pole to turn up. I need Midsworth even. I'll go for small and large items. That's fine by me.
Another empty chest, waiting to be filled.
Ooh, okay, so we've got some good level ups here. Sharpening Stone for additional damage. We've got Aquatic Item cooldown reduction. We've got 3 loot items. We've got Get a Friend or upgrade your leftmost bronze tier item. Oh, Extract. Useless, but I'll sell the Gland and be pretty happy to have 3 regen and 4 money for it. Loot items are nice, but they'll be bronze tier still at this point, I believe. Whereas upgrading our leftmost bronze tier item, I mean, you know, that could give additional cooldown reduction to the Feather. If I put the Feather in that space. Bayonet, it just gives a little bit of additional damage. I'm going to go for the loot items. A little bit more poison, a little bit of money out of a wolf pelt there. Which actually, that money out of a wolf pelt is kind of useful because Argenta's just turned up, turning silver tier skills. Oh, yes. Lifting. Your weapons have +1 damage. When you buy a weapon, increase this by +1. There's also Stout Fire. When you gain burn, gain 3 regeneration and increase the damage of your weapons by 3 for the fight. And Corrosive Toxins. When you poison, enemy weapons lose 3 damage. Corrosive Toxin is very good. It's very good at shutting down enemies. I've got extracts. It's not impossible I could end up using Corrosive Toxin. But I can use lifting right now.
Thanks for trusting me. I hope we can do this again.
I don't know if I beat the Scout Trooper. I suspect I don't. Strongly, in fact. I can field Makeshift Barricade for a second. Rogue Scrapper, you have a little bit of slow synergy, don't you? No, you don't. Oh, no, you do! The slow synergy I was looking for is the skill Rust. At the start of each fight, slow an item for 3 seconds. Scout Trooper has more slow synergy, courtesy of having Bolus, which slow an item for 2 seconds. There's Grappling Hook, slow an item for 3 seconds. There's Weak Point Detector. Your weapons gain 6 damage for the fight. When you slow, charge this 2 seconds. The only problem is I don't think I win that fight, whereas I do think I win the Rogue Scrapper. So it's kinda... Well, heck, I'm actually kind of nervous now I don't even win the Rogue Scrapper. I'm not confident in this build. I don't think I have a build. I very much have a waiting room for a trebuchet. And that's not a successful strategy. You don't want to spend your entire life in the waiting room. I mean, I'm glad to have 3 regeneration at the moment. It is nice. It is better to have it than not to have it. Oh, but good gosh. I'm gonna lose, aren't I? Oh no, that big crit, baby. Oh, never mind, I lost. By 9 health. Oh no, my Switchblade was about to go off as well. Kina sells non-weapon items, Nufu sells skills. I'm gonna just take the Cache of Riches. I don't want to have to sell my extract for nothing. You know what? I'm going to Kina. I can't just keep ignoring items. I need items. Crow's Nest. Hello. Your weapons have plus 25% crit chance. If you have exactly 1 weapon, it has lifesteal. I'm going to sell... I'm going to sell the Eagle Talisman to make enough money to get that.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
Drop the bayonet off the field as well. That'll do it. So now all of them have 25% crit chance, except for the Shoe Blade, which has 60% crit chance. When any of them crit, they'll charge the throwing knives by a second. Unfortunately, that doesn't have any way to reammunit itself. There's no reammunition for it. Fishing Net has the ability to slow a single item for 3 seconds every 8 seconds. It's insanely slow. Unfortunately, far too slow, I think. Some additional HP would be really helpful for us. What? I can get... 6, 9. I can get 9 before I have to start selling things that I actually want to keep. I'm gonna get a small weapon and move on instead, actually. Revolver. That's honestly probably a good submission for my board. Every 3 seconds it deals 5 damage, but because it's attacking every 3 seconds, it's scaling a lot faster with the Switchblade. And when you crit, reload 2 ammo. So it'll at least, with 45% crit chance, it's not guaranteed to continue firing, but it's pretty likely to. Also, it counts as buying a weapon from the shop, so I get +1 damage to all of my weapons. So a commonly firing weapon, triggering off the bayonet as well. Yeah, I think this is probably our best submission for the board at the moment. I also think I'm going to lose the fight with it.
No, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
But we have direction, and that matters. And I mean, look, if we're going to lose any fights, we want to lose them. Hoi, boy! Trebuchet, Shadowed Cloak, and the Katana, and the Fiery Cutlass. That's who I wanted to be. Yeah, I don't think I was winning that one.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Kina sells non-weapon items. I would love a slow. I would love a slowing item.
Make deals, not war.
There it is, the dock lines. Slows an item every 4 seconds. Unfortunately, it is the bronze version of itself, but nobody's perfect.
I can feel our energies resonating.
I'll sell the makeshift barricade to upgrade it. We also have the powder flask. Reload the ammo, the item to the right of this by 1 ammo. I'd really want to accomplish that by using haste rather than powder flask in this build. And bouncing beach ball, which unfortunately is only, again, bronze. If the dock lines was silver tier, it would be slowing 2 items, which makes it twice as good. Most things don't get twice as good when they level up. They get a little better. This gets twice as good. And the beach ball gets significantly better, probably even better than twice as good, as it would be targeting itself and another aquatic item, so it gives them perma-haste if it gives 2 seconds. That's enough to get the dock lines to its next trigger and the beach ball, and then they fire again. That would be the ability, truly, to put the beach ball on the field, and then the proboscis. Every 2 seconds, I would be slowing 2 of my enemy items for 5 seconds. you know, again, we're assuming as silver dock lines in this instance. And the proboscis would fire off that twice with lifesteal, doing 22 damage. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. I need the beach ball to be higher quality. Fishing rod, harpoon, and finally turtle shell. When you use another non-weapon item, shield 10. Yeah, we're really not that yet. We're very much weapons at the moment. I'd love to be turtle shell, but I'm not. Could I be turtle shell? Turtle shell dock lines? It's barely any actual shield that's coming out of that. But in the future, it could be. I'm gonna hold it. Give me the turtle shell. Let me hold the turtle shell. And he smells small. And he smells small items. Got him. Monster Ranch. You sell loot, of course. So in general, the idea eventually is something like this. And also a gold bouncy ball and leveling up the dock lines. So we keep the lifesteal from the crow's nest. We get the proboscis hitting for 22 damage. When the dock lines is upgraded every 2 seconds, it'll cause 3 attacks from the proboscis. I just need to increase the damage of the proboscis appropriately. And then while all of that's happening, while the bouncing ball and while the dock lines are going off, they're also giving shield through the turtle shell and also charging the haste of the entire field. That's the goal. That's where I want to be. How do I get there? We can sell the scrap right now. That's finally got a target. Yay. I'm getting rid of the extract because I'm just not going to use that in the build. I'm going to sell the feather as well. That gives me the ability to hit the monster ranch up for 2 silver monster tier monster loot items. Leftmost cooldown reduced by 6%. Yep. Let's give that to the dock lines. Unfortunately, Hydro Dude is exactly who I would want to verse. Hydro Dude is the character against whom I think I have the best chance to get a good item here. I would lose, so I wouldn't get the item, but theoretically, I see how it could be valuable. I think I still have the power here, because this is definitely not a powerful board, right? This is a board that's positioned for the future. I think I definitely still have the power here to win against the Outlands Dervish. Beating the Blood Reef Raider would be lovely. I don't think I can do it. They'll have a lot of damo. It's a fun new ASA damage. Yeah, Hydro Dude has the slow synergy that I would love to have, but I don't. I've got to win this fight. It's Outlands Dervish. I can't mess around here.
The Bazaar is an overripe fruit.
My build only comes together if I live long enough to see it happen. Oh, yeah, boy.
The Lord of the Waste would love
All right.
you.
All right, we got there.
Waste of gunpowder. Ah, place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Upgrade your leftmost silver tier item. Well, well, well. Guess who's getting upgraded, dock lines? This'll even upgrade a silver tier item, though. Should I upgrade? No, no. Dock lines is the one that needs the upgrade. Don't even think about it, Ryan.
Ooh, the keener the blade,
Have to try and ruin my own run there. Alright, I'll sell the bar of gold and hit up Curio.
I see buried treasure.
Proboscis upgrade. It gets 3 damage. Makeshift barricades, rocket boots. Okay, there's some heat in this store. I'll take 3 damage for 2 gold. Sure.
Warms my rusty circuit.
It's also buying a weapon, so it's actually 4 damage. Another 1 lifted into the build. Eagle Talisman, crit is not actually relevant to us. Makeshift barricades, slowing for additional time is nice, but at some point I've got enough. At some point I truly must just have enough slow. Rocket boots. This is really good because it's either good on the field or I can use it for other important haste. I'm taking rocket boots. Rocket boots is coming with me.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
So the build would be something like this. So basically every 2.7 seconds, the dockline slows 2 targets and the proboscis attacks. That's not enough damage, still. That's still not enough damage just by itself. So instead, I'm going to take the lifesteal and crit off of the board, place the javelin back on, and throw a switchblade in there. Because there is enough haste trigger via the rocket boots to keep the javelin firing. Actually, there's enough in there to keep the javelin firing. Which means that giving it the lifesteal at 4.9 seconds and also the additional haste from the rocket boots is probably the play here. At the moment, unfortunately. I can't really afford to sell anything at the moment, so basically I'm deciding whether or not I get the makeshift barricade or roll looking for additional damage instead. Because the makeshift barricade, I don't want that as part of my build, ultimately. I want things that slow more. But especially while I'm fighting enemies without dock lines going off ridiculously, I do think the additional second worth of slow is going to be useful. Slows 2 items for 6 seconds. That's so good. Racetrack for a haste item. I absolutely need to go money and experience here. I'm so behind on experience and reasonably behind on money.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Oofa doofa, you got the torpedo! When you use another aquatic or item with ammo, this gains 20 damage to the fight. If the item is large, reload an ammo. So yeah, that's going to be constantly full of ammo. Oh boy. Yeah, they've got some good damage scaling on their board. That torpedo is going to kill me when it fires. Thankfully, it is perma-slowed. Oh, if I crit on this one... Oh, no, I didn't crit! And the torpedo's gonna get me. Dang! Oh, that was actually surprisingly close.
Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
Monster Ranch for monster loot. I mean, I do always really like monster loot. It's so good because I can invest in monster loot for 8 and still sell that again for 8? Gunpowder sells for 2 max ammo. I don't want to put that in the Javelin. The Javelin doesn't need more max ammo. It is refreshing itself fully. We might, however, find something else at a different time that does need max ammo. Ardenta sells silver tier skills, but realistically, I think I'm looking at Sterling here. Well. Did someone order a beach ball? Haste 2 aquatic items for 2 seconds. So putting that on the field instead of the rocket boots, it would haste itself and the dock lines for 2 seconds. causing itself to trigger much sooner thereafter again. And the dock lines. It's much, much more than the rocket boots, and also I can sell the rocket boots to increase the beach ball. Perfect. However, we also have flagship. Every 6 seconds, deal 25 damage. If you have a tool, ammo, property, or friend, this has +1 multicast for each. Crow's Nest is a property. Dock lines and rocket boots each are tools. No. I'd have to go and get an ammo and a friend. No. I don't want a friend at a time like this. Can you imagine? I'm gonna sell the status effects that I don't intend to use here. And the rocket boots. Get out of here, buddy. So I need the beach ball to get another upgrade for the turtle shell to be the placement instead of javelin. But we're getting there. We're moving in that direction. Let's leave that encounter. Oh, I was really hoping that would be an upgrade. Get a friend, 1 experience, cinders, extract poison. Dang, all of those are kind of garbo. I'm going to go for the experience. I need to get towards level 6 as quickly as possible, or rather my level 5 level up. Because our level 5 level up is going to give us a unique option. A Curvian Rocket Trooper. Okay. Well, I gotta say, that guy's got the juice to get us going. In particular, Flashy Reload, which I believe you can loot from them. When you crit with an item, reload another item, 1 ammo. I mean, I'd start to regret some of the choices I made earlier, but that's fine. A Curvian Rocket Launcher. When this gains haste, it also gains 10% crit chance for the... Honestly, actually, the Hercuvian is not a great target for us. They have rocket boots, which would be 2 additional seconds of haste on the beach ball. But I don't actually think we need that. Gorgon Noble also no. Just poison related, really, for us. Sabertooth small diamond tier items have their cooldowns reduced by 30%. If all goes well, we're not going to be using items like that. Oh boy, I'm not over the moon about any of these. I think I can outlast the Hercuvian Rocket Trooper, though. I think I have enough healing courtesy of our lifesteal. So I think I'm going to go for the option. The option. This also does give us some flexibility. If I get the Shadowed Cloak at gold tier, it's probably reasonably appropriate to move back in the other direction for a bit. That is to say, to go back to a weapons-based build to take advantage of it. So yeah, I'm just going to perma-slow all of your items. It's going to make it really hard for you to do anything. The goggles are at 30% crit chance. They need to crit in order for the Hercuvian rocket launcher to go off again. If those crit at any time, though, the Hercuvian would immediately fire and I would have lost that match. Whoa.
Over already? We barely got our flags up.
Go girls. When this gains haste, give your items 6% crit chance for the fight. I mean, I can put that on the field, but it's not going to gain haste. I can tell you that much. Because I don't have the boots, you see. And it's not an aquatic item, so it can't get targeted by the beach ball. Curio sells bronze tier junk items.
Reuse, recycle, relax.
Clockwork Blades. When you sell this, reduce your items cooldowns by 1%. 1% does feel very minimal. I'm going to buy it. It doesn't feel like it's actually enough to really have an impact anyway. I'm going to buy it. Yikes. There's a lot of things I want to buy there. Let's get rid of the revolver and the bayonet. I'm going to buy the Taurus. No, I can't buy the Taurus Chariot here. Okay, that's fine. It's not going to be money effective for me to buy the Taurus Chariot at a later point, so I'm just not going to buy it at all this cycle then. I don't know if this bug is still in the game. So I'm just going to treat it like it is, where I use the knee brace to increase the cooldown of things and then reduce their cooldown while the cooldown is increased. for greater cooldown reduction overall.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
I'll also take the rocket boots, and admittedly 20 max HP for 1 gold, that's pretty good. For us right now, at this point in the game, pretty good. I still need more damage on the proboscis to really feel comfortable fielding it instead of the javelin. Some scaling plan for it even would be great. This one's comfy. Give me the 2 gold and 1 experience, please. I don't feel like there's a single chance that this javelin firing against this enemy is enough to get me across this fight. I wonder if the best play for me is just to try it. So every 4.7 seconds, this is firing for 80 damage. 25% of the time it does crit, so let's just add another 20 damage to that. So 100 damage every 4.7 seconds. Every 1.75, this is doing 54 lifesteal. So every 3.5, it's doing 108 lifesteal. And I'm shielding while it's happening. And my shielding scales up. No, I think the time of Javelin is done. I'm going to sell the rocket boots for an extra second of haste on the beach ball, because now it should be able to support all 3 of these if it targets appropriately. Yeah. I don't think it's going to win the fight still, but I do think this is the right play.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
It is possible to make no mistakes and still lose. That is... that's how it goes, buddy. That's how the cookie crumbles.
It's one of my favorite quotes from Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, I've got shields. And they're doing work. Legitimately, my last build would already be dead. I'm still gonna die. Don't worry about that. I'm dead, but would have died faster otherwise.
Put it toward nobler use.
Aquatic items have their cooldowns reduced. 3 loot items, weapon, sharpening stone. Gimme the plus damage, and I'm gonna gimme the plus damage to proboscis. It's another 12 damage for you, buddy. Hope you feel good about that. Pole sells large items. I'm kind of past that at this point. The lifesteal and the proboscis is pretty important to me. That said, the crow's nest crit isn't really supporting anything else. What large items could I even be using here? Ballista's not out yet. Cannonade, obviously no. Cove? At some point, like Diamond tier Beach Ball, Cove would probably become an appropriate choice. A lot of shielding triggering off of the Turtle Shell, and Cove triggering like every 1.5 seconds. Electric eels? That could be something? It's pretty narrow. I'm not seeing much else that I'd really want to put on this board. I think that's way too narrow to go to Pole. I'm going to go to the docks. Give me two and a tool, and let that tool be dock lines. I mean, you were kind of close. Captain's Wheel. Every 4 seconds, haste adjacent items for 1 second. When you use a vehicle or a large item, charge this 2 seconds. Not really right now, but kind of close. All your sell weapons, candy stash, 3 silver tiered chocolate bars, which I need some health. I'll take that. Dire Mosquito? I have to imagine you would be the right person here. You've got your own Silver Proboscis. When you slow, deal 6 damage. You've also got Neural Toxin. When you use an adjacent weapon, slow 1 item for 2 seconds. I don't use the Proboscis, but Proboscis is my only weapon on board because of the Crow's Nest. I could change that. Amber, slow an item for 3 seconds. Your other slow items have an additional second. Honestly, not that relevant. Stinger slows an item for 4 seconds, has lifesteal, not that relevant. The skill, though, Paralyzing Rush. When you slow, haste a weapon for a second, that would give me the ability to support another weapon on this field easily.
See that plank? Walk it.
I mean, it's not like we're going to turn our nose up at 6% cooldown reduction, though. Who'd be daft enough to do that? The faster the dock lines, the better. The dock lines are ultimately going to be my damage source, as well as the sooner they trigger, the more often they'll trigger the turtle shell. So yes, that's my insect wing. Old Zane sells skills that are unique to Vanessa. Vanessa has a lot of slow and weapon interactions that could be still really important to us. Oceanic Rush, this is great. At the start of each fight, haste an aquatic item for 6 seconds. Especially if that target's Beach Ball, it just starts us off like twice as fast. Instead of being 4 seconds until we're really doing anything, it's 1.85. I'll be going with Oceanic Rush, hoping to upgrade that over the course of the run. And he sells small items. There's not that many small items I'm particularly interested in at this point in time. I'm going to get rid of the Javelin. I think I'm truly out of that build. Going for the eating contest. 10. Give me your finest gold-tiered chocolate bars, please. I need more damage on the Proboscis, and I need some scaling, in-fight scaling options for the Proboscis. Those are the 2 things that bring this all together. Good lord. I'm glad I have shielding and lifesteal. Oh, that's the weapon core too. My enemy does have lifesteal, but their lifesteal is triggering every so often. Let's say 8 seconds because it's perma-slowed. Heck, I might actually win this fight. They said it couldn't be done.
All cannon, no ball.
Lose 153 max health for 10 damage on the Proboscis. I don't think that's good enough. 2 scrap plus shield. That's pretty good for the turtle shell. Oh, sharpening stone for additional damage on the Proboscis is probably going to win. Sponsorship for income. I mean, I do like income, and getting it right now would be great. But wasn't I just saying one of the things that I need to fix most, first and foremost, in fact, is the damage of the Proboscis? It'd be a shame to betray myself in that way. Middle, you've got so many items I want to upgrade, and we're in an early day. I really feel like you should upgrade one of my items right now.
I hope you find who
Yikes.
does.
Rifle, harpoon, and coral armor aren't going to do that. You cut me to the core. You cut me deep, friend. Musket's pretty cool in this instance, though. Every 5 seconds, deal 100 damage, and crit chance is 100%. When you burn, reload this in ammo. I'm not going to be able to use it. It's just a cool item. I want to be able to use it in a run. Sorry, did I make you think I was going to use it now?
You leave it behind, someone else finds it. It all works out.
Keena sells non-weapon items. The Monster Ranch sells monster loot. I really want the non-weapon items and to get an upgrade for one of my pieces on board, but I'm also quite suspicious that'll happen. Come on, Keena. Please. Water Wheel. Every 6 seconds, haste your other items 1 second. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 3 seconds. The fact that I already kind of perma-haste my items makes that really unattractive. I lose out on the lifesteal component of the proboscis with no real benefit. Like, it would have the ability to use the captain's wheel, I guess. Rocket boots would want to be invested into the water wheel, and I already gave them to the beach ball. Give me the beach ball upgrade right now. Well, that's not a beach ball. That's a star chart right there. I'm well versed in these things. Star chart. Adjacent items have 15% additional crit chance, and their cooldowns are reduced by 15%. I could take that so that I have a item for the docks event. That's a lot to invest in getting an item for a docks event. It's 8. I'll buy it. I know I'll regret it if I don't, so here I go.
Alright, thug.
This guy does have things that would be interesting to me, specifically spices. Your weapons gain damage equal to your weakest weapon's damage for the fight, right? And I've got the ability to give 2 additional ammo, so if I put spices on the field and got it some kind of haste, I mean, I could kind of... No, I need the lifesteal from Crow's Nest. Dang. I'm thinking of a way to try and get this to be a 400 damage proboscis, and that would do it. There's also an improvised bludgeon here. Slows 2 items for 4 seconds. Just a weapon. The guild medallion. There's Junkyard Club, which can be sold just to upgrade the damage of the proboscis. There's a lot of stuff in here. And I'm still pretty sure I can beat him. The shock trooper I don't think I can beat. That's a lot of burn related stuff. Sergeant Suds, I almost never fight him, and I don't know when I ever will. I'm so sorry, buds. Like, I would rather lose to the thug than fight and win against Sergeant Suds. Is that wild? The thug has bonk, baby. Enemy cooldowns are increased by 1 second. How can you not try for that? Anyhow, time to try for that. Stop slowing my items. That's what I do. That's my bit. We're gonna take some damage to this anchor, unfortunately. The thing is, the enemy's slowing me, and it's stopping my whole big haste thing doing. Don't you dare hit me with that anchor. I live by 12 HP! Oh boy.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up.
That was uncomfortable, but I do get the Junkyard Club, which I will buy, getting a weapon, and then I'll sell, selling for 6 extra damage. The proboscis is now 58. Paul sells large items. I still definitely need as much HP as I can get my grubby little hands on, so I'm gonna go to the eating contest and snuff up 5 golden chocolate bars. I mean, we got it for the docks, so it's time to work at the docks. Extract for poison, sharpening stone for damage again. Aquatic items cooldown reduction. I'm gonna go for the sharpening stone. Aquatic item cooldown reduction is also very appropriate, but again, sharpening stone. Also, I turned level 8, and now my sharpening stones are gold tier. So that's 18 additional for the proboscis there. Alright, Fizz the Whiz.
I may be young
Don't you
for it,
dare cause me to
but
get
I've
an
seen my
enchant.
share of storms.
And it better not be heavy. Oh, I'll shake my fist. I'm gonna be able to slow their stuff at least. That's gonna be good. Come on. I mean, anytime now. Oh boy. Brick Buddy is gonna give them a lot of shielding. They're trying to do their damage through the Armadillo and scale all of the shielding on their armored items with the armored core. My shielding is holding up appropriately at the moment. The only problem is their Brick Buddy is getting bigger. actually think I'm holding my own here. This perma-slow is really doing work. If I could get another upgrade on the dock lines or all of the bouncy ball, life would be sweet.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
I'd love not to, but I have to. Snarf, snarf, snarf. Chomp, chomp. I'd also like to go to Nufu who sells skills. It's hard not to. Especially when Kina is only offering the ability to possibly upgrade these, but also probably won't because haha, screw you. Alright, Nufu.
world is full of noise. We must find quiet within.
I mean, the first time you slow each fight, freeze an item for 5 seconds is pretty sick.
Rabid beast. Be its master.
Burninator bot does unfortunately rock here. Oh, that's so annoying. Burninator bot is probably too powerful for me to beat. Tell you that first and foremost. And then secondly, I'll tell you that I probably have to fight it. So the big thing is that I don't crit, so I don't really get the benefit from anything the Cosmic Rock does except for the cooldown reduction from the Feather. I don't do burns, so the Internal Frigate, same. Infernal Frigate, rather. Burninator bot, however, has Pylon. This is a property. Cooldown 3 seconds. Slows an item for 2 seconds. When you slow, haste an item for 2 seconds. That would be a sick upgrade to my board. I'd lose my lifesteal, though. Could I even justify fielding that if I have to lose my lifesteal for it? Oh no, I feel like the answer is no. I'm gonna fight the Cosmic Rock because I still don't think I win. Oh god, I'm a coward. Big coward hours over here at Rhapsody Place. What happens is I got my teeth kicked in earlier, and I have never forgotten that. And I took that personally. Yeah, I probably could have killed the other guy. Oops. Cooldown reduction?
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
Punished. Cosmic Amulet. When this gains haste, give your items 3% crit chance for the fight. I had goggles and I didn't even use them. What odds do you think you have a look in? Mysterious Portal gives us Seraphina selling enchanted items.
Are here to guide you and sell you a few things.
Golden Cove? Obsidian throwing knives, has lifesteal, sure. Shiny Grape Shot. When you use another item with ammo, this reloads one ammo and it has multicast. That's actually pretty sick. I need to know what the Cove would do with Golden, though. I imagine it just gets more value per sale. Yeah, double value. It gets double value. So it's already double, and then it's double on top of that. So it's a lot of shielding. If I have that much shielding, maybe I don't need lifesteal. Maybe that's the gambit. That does sound like a good gambit, doesn't it? I'd really like to keep gunpowder. There's some possibilities there. I can't keep gunpowder if I want to buy the Golden Cove.
This was not a transaction. It was
A robbery.
a lesson.
Golden Cove. I mean, I'll sell the Switchblade immediately to give +4 to the value of Golden Cove. It's sick. It is actually sick as hell. It's gonna be a lot of shielding. It gives it its own shielding and also the shielding from the turtle shell. It's great. It's good. I think. God, I hope it's good. Let's get an item. That's all I can really afford to do at the moment. It's a pearl. When you use another aquatic item, charge this for a second. I do have other aquatic items, but I really hope I don't have to charge it. Income. I do actually need income, but I think I'm better off served trying to get that from scrap. And then selling those scrap for the sake of the turtle shell and the golden cove at the same time. They both benefit. Sell the pearl as well for the sake of the golden cove. Dismuring. Oh no. They've not dropped a match yet. I'm not going to be winning this fight, I'll tell you that much. Oh, my cobbled together piece of build? Piece of build is what I was intending to say the entire time. Yeah, is that gonna... Oh, wow. I haven't seen this before, but that's a deadly combat core. Plus 50% crit chance. It's gonna be permaslowed. I might actually win this fight! What is going on here? People can't deal with a permaslow. Just slow someone permanently and everyone loses their goddamn mind. Oh, never mind. They're critting on their shield gain now. Yeah, Ash gonna spell doom for us. We did a lot better there than I thought we were going to. What's my enchantment? Oh. I mean, it's on the proboscis, right? When you slow burn. It's a tiny amount of burn, but it can trigger whatever burn can trigger, which can be important. I'd love HP from the eating contest, but middle, if you don't upgrade one of my goddamn items right now, I'm gonna lose my mind. Well, that's none of them, so good work on that. Captain's Wheel would trigger consistently here, but it's also very expensive, and I don't want it. Alright, so what? We're just having a big laugh at me? We're just ignoring all of the medium items that I hold? Huh? We're doing that at my expense? That's the bit? How dare you? JJ sells items, but I'm kind of shell-shocked here. I'm gonna go pick up a dragon whelp. And then I'm gonna sell that dragon whelp. Got him. Feroz Khan. Buddy, your weapon is 150 times 5 is certainly a number. One imagines it might even be 750. Then you got, what, another 150? Okay, so 900. Triple its damage, 2700, and you do have crit chance. Right? Yeah, you got like a 30% crit chance. Feroz Khan could just kill me. That's inappropriate. How dare you? Bloodreef Captain. We could possibly get full arsenal, which would be some weapon decrease, some cooldown decrease, which is nice. Enclave Revenant is not anything for us. I mean, it's experience and gold. It's a lot of those. It's just... I don't scale well enough to win the fight, certainly. Feroz Khan probably kills me. If it crits on its first hit, Feroz Khan just does. Perma-slowing Feroz Khan's stuff actually might have helped me enough. So before 30, I can get 2,000 rather, shield. That is before the sandstorm starts. That's even up against the flagship. Okay, maybe this build is better than I think it is. It just doesn't show it. Flagship, you're golden now. Tool, ammo, property, and friend you need. But I need money, so goodbye. Kina sells non-weapon items. Come on! I have so many of them. Let me upgrade one. Barrel, when you use a non-weapon item, this gains 15 shield for the fight. Yep, but it is only used every 4 seconds itself, so no thank you. It's one of them. It'll do. Turtle shell. Give your items now 5 shield for the fight, and when you use another non-weapon, gain 10 additional shield. So 52 at this point.
Inspire the crew.
Then I want things to buy and sell, so I'm just gonna buy and sell Chum and the Silencer. So we sell a Piranha and Chum, and that's 4 each for the Cove. I'm not gonna sell the Silencer yet. Nah, I'll sell the Silencer. Sell the Silencer. Barkun sells medium and large. There's some good hits in there. Gumball? Gumball is 10 items that I can sell. That's 40 additional shielding on the Cove. In addition to whatever effects they should happen to have. It feels like this is exactly when I want to go Gumball, but also I'm desperately delinquent on upgrades for Docklines and Beach Ball. Those fully transform the run if I get them.
As a GSM and master merchant, I can sell you things.
We finally found the Cutlass! There's also a ballista here. When you use another item with ammo, this gains +1 multicast for the fight. I'll be re-rolling and crying myself to sleep. Wanted poster. When you win a fight against a player, gain 2 experience. If you had wanted poster on your board, gain an additional experience. You know what? I'm gonna buy that because I'm about to fight, and if I lose anyway. Okay. And I'm gonna go for Cinders for burn. I'm gonna turn up the heat on this proboscis. Do I think Jaunty is having a tough time?
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. My fight isn't with you. but
Let's
if you
see.
insist.
Oh boy, they got a burn build. That's Hotspot when you use your leftmost item, burn 2. They've also got Trace of Fire when you burn, 2% crit chance for the fight. They've got Weather Glass over on their left-hand spot, so it's giving 6 burn triggers every time it's activated. Their Powder Keg just went off, doing surprisingly little damage to me because my shielding is actually very good. Oh ho. Oh ho 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 ho. The full slow on their board is really slowing down their ability to gain enough burn on me. And my burn is... We did it!
Crew says at the bar. Another round.
Alright, it's coming back.
Land legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Let's hit up Curio. There should be a bunch of items in here worth buying and selling. Like this Junkyard Club. And this Exoskeleton.
While you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar, warms my rusty circuits.
1% crit chance to basically just the Golden Cove, because it says Turtle Shell can trigger it, but can Turtle Shell crit on giving additional shield to other items? That doesn't seem like a scaling thing can crit, but we'll see. Sell the Exoskeleton and the Junkyard Club. Bunch of additional damage on the Fiery Proboscis. I do want to take Blue Nanas and Chocolate Bar, but realistically I should roll and keep some money. Ooh, some additional slow from the Bludgeon.
While you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar,
I mean, that's additional slow triggers as well, but I have to defield something to put that on, and no.
it's been sitting there 20 years.
Sunder I can easily buy and sell, and then move on. Rukon, it sells weapon skills. Oh yeah, I probably have the ability to sell enough stuff to get something good here. Your large weapons deal 120 extra damage? No, thank you.
Paradise.
When you sell a weapon, gain 20 max HP, your weapons have crit chance. Okay, I'm just gonna gain 12 damage on the proboscis.
Not one person has died in my training. Today, 1 million. 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 1
How confident am I? Do I think I can kill the Lord of the Lord of the Wastes? Is that how confident I think I am? The only real benefit there would be Genie Lamp. When you sell this, gain access to Genie Writ. There's also the Property Baron here. Property Baron, your items have double value during combat. That's not bad for the sake of the Golden Cove. Master Alchemist, when you use a tool, reload your adjacent items. They have a Weather Glass, Refractor, Mortar Pistol. Am I actually strong is the question, ultimately. Let's see.
Yes, I will dance with you.
Every time I've underestimated myself, I've lived to regret it. I've got really good shielding via that cove. I'm perma-slowing all of my enemies' items consistently, so it's not like they're getting a huge amount of their activations off. They crit for 1300, but they do so once every 16 seconds. And the burn is the consistency of damage I really needed here. Yep, that'll do it.
To be a dance
Okay.
is to be free. Join us.
So it's one of those builds that's strong against the AI, but not against enemies, I think, is where we're at. Flamberge. Every 8 seconds, deal 200 damage. It deals quadruple crit damage. That's definitely just an excuse to sell a Flamberge. Upgrade your leftmost item. An additional slow trigger. That's literally an additional attack every cycle. That's 50% more aggression by upgrading just that one item. I think it's harder to replace that than it is to replace the effect of the beach ball, so I'm going to upgrade the dock lines.
Keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Alia sells weapons. If I went to Alia, I would be just buying and selling the cheapest weapons available in the store. For the sake of getting tiny little additional buffs on the Fiery Proboscis. I'm better off just getting 100 HP again. Well, 100 and actually 25 if we can. 150 would be even better, which is the amount that we get. Orion sells tools. Give me a dock line, buddy. Just suddenly. Just give me the dock line. I mean, I know you don't have it. You got a fishing line, you got a captain's wheel, and you got the shovel. But just give me a dock line instead. Eh? Just between us. Come on. Forba?
You should know.
I'm sorry to say it, but the fact that Forba doesn't seem to have a good win-loss record in this run is making me a lot more confident right now. They definitely seem to be damage-based. Which is probably one of the better pairs. Better things for me to face up against with as much shielding as I have. Oh no! Wait! We both died on the same tick. I win!
You fall like
Woo!
a boulder. I flow.
Oh, we fought long and hard to get here. Adira sells diamond tier skills.
I've been
Come on.
watching your progress. At last, here you are.
When you use a weapon, reduces cooldown by 5% for the fight. This doesn't have cooldown. Both weapons have double damage. No! The first time your opponent falls below half health each fight, your items have their cooldowns reduced by 50% for the fight. I mean, that's cool, but can I do... Retooled! Your leftmost tool has multicast! Yep! We're doing it! Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, so that's literally doubling our impact on the board. That's great. Extracts. Aquatic items have their cooldowns reduced by 3%. That is admittedly still quite good. I could even sub on the knee brace before doing that. That said, the scrap for additional shielding via the turtle shell is really impactful as well. I'm gonna go for the scrap, I think. There we go, 24 additional shielding there. The Cove also gets an additional 8. Study for additional experience, Mittel. Come on, just upgrade the dock lines. I know you wanna.
No sale. I want what's right for you.
Look, I know, playing coy right here, but it's in the reroll right then. Dang. I was really hoping to be there. Cutlass, Rowboat, and Shark Claws are not it, though.
Finds its buyer. It's a relationship, you know?
Trash Titan, unfortunately, isn't useful to us here. Trash Titan says, when you use a small item, charge a large item for a second. This is never used. It just doesn't happen. It is triggered. So yeah, I'm just going to go to the Lord of Waste again. And we're going to see how much more powerful this build is. I have since upgraded the dock lines and also given it multicast. Let's see how much more powerful this build is. Okay, I appear to never stop not stopping in terms of the Friary Proboscis, and got him.
Return to the Bazaar.
So,
Do not corrupt us.
there is a skill. It's only golden tier as well for Vanessa. Oh, another Flambage. What do you mean? Another 20 gold? There is a gold tier skill for Vanessa. And that gold tier skill says something along the lines of, if you have only one weapon, give it lifesteal. It also has additional text, but that additional text is not relevant because it gives it 5% crit chance, which is okay. It has lifesteal. Like that is, it's just dwarfed by the capacity of the other effect. I'm not seeing many shots, unfortunately. Tripwire. When your enemy uses an item, slow it for a second. If I'm honest, I don't want to do that. Because suddenly I open up a vulnerability in myself. If the enemy does just, like, if I go up against Pygmalion who just has Beast of Burden, they still just hit me in the face and I die. I want to have full control of when I do the slows myself. This is good against countering like a dually that's going off constantly, is using 500 items a second. But it loses against something else, whereas this is capable of doing both. That's unfortunate. Arbalest, when you gain haste, this gains 25 damage with the fight. There's the disguise, if I really wanted to get a non-Vanessa item as well. Well, actually, I pay 16. I get the disguise, I can sell the disguise for 8, and I get a gold item from another character. I'm gonna buy that.
Did you see it, Quicksilver? I made a sale.
Ah, that's a shame. I mean, I got a medium item, so at least I can still sell both of the... I mean, this is good, actually. This worked out for the sake of the Golden Cove. But the motherboard, every 5 seconds, hastes the core for 3 seconds, and I don't have the core for 3 seconds, so...
It's not really my size, but I guess I'll take it.
I'll sell those in. Regenerative Tincture for another 12 regen. I mean, it's nice. Eating contest. It's 5 items I get. It's really good for the Cove. And I gotta say, like, as much max HP as I can get will never be enough for this run. Cinders for additional burn! The Fiery Proboscis has been serious in terms of the damage it can actually put out with these cinders. Yunzo. Please don't take me out, Yunzo. Please don't take me out. This build is going somewhere, buddy. Please.
It makes this more fun.
Come on, have it in your heart. Oh boy, I see what's happening here. Letting off steam, advanced synthetics. I mean, advanced synthetics is actually just helping them level up other things. It's not what I thought it was. I thought it... Oh my god, never mind. They can't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. They're getting a lot of shielding, admittedly. But I have 400 burn on them. They have 700 burn on me, but the shielding from the Golden Cove and the Turtle Shell is just too
My
much.
ship red, but I don't use paper.
A very quick poison build would actually end me, though. So I am kind of sad. Terrified, not sad. Don't worry, I'm not sad. I'm in torpor. I'm completely and utterly in despair. So don't worry, I'm not sad. I'm just... Tox Clocks sells haste, slow, and cooldown items. That's relevant. We've got Beach Ball and Dockline still looking for an upgrade.
You don't have time not to buy this.
Rude. Heavy Bowlers, come on. Every 4 seconds, deal 160 damage and slow an item by 5 seconds. If it instead targeted more items for its upgrade here to be heavy, this is a slow item that is given additional slow, maybe it'd be valuable. Not in this state. Weather Glass, give it, what, multicast 1? No. Dock Lines, Arbalist. Alright. Well, we went there anyway. Pulse sells large items. I'm literally just going to go here on the outlook that Golden Cove could turn up.
So I opened one.
So there's the electric eels. When your enemy uses a weapon, deal 10 damage. When your enemy uses a non-weapon item, slow it for 2 seconds. There's also the boulder. Every 24 seconds, deal damage equal to your enemy's max health. Yeah, no, that's not happening. And the crow's nest, 75% crit chance to other weapons. If you have exactly one weapon, that weapon has lifesteal. Admittedly, having lifesteal on the proboscis would be pretty good. But I think I generate enough shield that I don't need that lifesteal except against poison sources, and if I'm using lifesteal to survive a poison source, I'm probably already losing that fight anyway. The 75% crit chance is irrelevant. This is literally the same as the bronze tier for us. And it can be fully replaced by a skill. I'm not doing it.
They're so rushed, so confused.
Lord of the Wastes. If I can just keep hitting you, because I beat you. I beat you easily. I beat you with my hands tied behind my back and my eyes closed, and I'm dead. So it's not a problem. It really just becomes a factor of how long until you give me the gosh dang genie land. The power. Unlimited power.
The Bazaar is corrupt. Let the desert cleanse you.
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
The 3 flambeige run, and I didn't use any of them. Scrap for additional shielding, appraisal, no pain, no gain. Sharpening stone for additional damage on the fiery proboscis. Admittedly, I feel like the burn from the fiery proboscis is far more important at this point. That's really doing the damage because it's staying there and continuing to tick. So I'm going to take the scrap so that I can upgrade the turtle shell's generosity here. Midsworth, small and large items, and Andy, small items. Well, let's go to Midsworth, who can theoretically sell a cove.
On them. Let's get this over with.
There's Pearl, Seashell, and Pop Snappers. Not really the kind of thing I'm looking for here. Illuso Ray. For each adjacent friend, this gains +1 multicast. That'd be nice in a build like this. It's just, no. Where does it go? Where does it and its 2 friends go? Iceberg. When your enemy uses an item, freeze it for a second. Again, that is good against some builds and really bad against other builds. Some builds will hit you and then their item will be frozen, but you'll be dead, so they don't really care.
Nothing I can do about your poor judgment.
Sparring partner, eh? I mean, I don't actually need the money is the thing, so it's a bad idea to go to the sparring partner. But at the same rate, like, what's Colt gonna give me that I care about? Nothing. All right, sparring partner. No, never mind. I literally can't slow anything in the sparring partner because it has no items on board, so I can't trigger my damage at all. All I would be able to do is scale my shielding and then wait until the sandstorm comes. That doesn't seem like it'd be that good. I guess I'm gonna get a burn item. It's a cannon that I'm gonna sell. Oh no, Safe House has only dropped 1 match? Dang it. Alright, buddy. Let's go.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
And this is the build that's gonna kill me. There's the poison that I was waiting for. It has turned up. All of my items are frozen. Is that a permanent condition? All right. 1.5 thousand. Poison on me.
Each bounty gets us closer to victory.
So tripwire would have been good against that. Freezing their items, I actually don't think really would have changed that much. The same thing would have just happened, just a little slower. That's really unfortunate. We got the dark lines with the multicast and the retool. It was so good. I gotta say, getting to 5 wins and bronze victory and getting a single chest out of that run, I actually take that as not a win. I'm not gonna blow smoke. I'm gonna tell you that's a win. But it's a lot better than I thought I was gonna go, especially as I was trying to pivot into something that felt maybe a little tenuous as a build. I do think it was probably the right play at the time though, but I'll find ways to do it better and more efficiently and succeed with it in coming episodes. For the moment, I'm gonna get that the one chest and then I'm gonna pop them open. Because I've got a total of 10 and that's the time. Whoop. There we go. Come on, and oh dang, I was gonna ask for a Vanessa skin, but there's no Vanessa skins in here. 85 gems in one of them. That was pretty good. All right. Other than that, most of them seem to just be collection items. So for the sake of the episode, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been The Bazaar. Top left of the series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streamed past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And I'll the tank there. Especially thanks this episode to Dialer. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you all next time.